Hello and welcome to the Strength Series. Today is a quick tutorial about the lunge. The lunge is a fantastic exercise and definitely one that you want to include into your strength training routine. So I'm going to take you through a few pointers and give you a couple of different variations on how to perform this exercise. So we'll get straight into it. So first of all, I want you to have either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. But before we lift any weight, I just want to take you through the basic pattern of the lunge. Okay, so the feet together, I want you to step back with your left foot so the hip is into extension. I want you to draw that pelvis in so you're nice and tight through the stomach. We've got a nice neutral spine. The shin is pretty much vertical as we come down, and we're coming down and we're just getting that knee just above the mat, and we're coming up and stepping forward. So I quite like the back step, it just feels a little bit more controlled. We can get into position before we go down, we can draw that pelvis in, and once we're ready, we're dropping down and the knees. So we've got to make sure this leg is actually in extension, it's past that midline. We're making sure that knee is in line with the foot and the toes, and then we're coming up. The reason I like that back step is if we go for the forward step, what tends to happen is we end up driving down and putting quite a lot of force through that front knee, and we can end up putting quite a lot of pressure as we go down. So I find the back step requires a little bit more concentration. We can come back nice and steady, draw that pelvis in, and we're going to lower down so the knee's just above the mat, and then we're coming down, coming back up. Good work. So once you're happy with that movement, practice that a few times without any weight. And then when you're ready, we're going to grab a weight. So we can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. So I'm going to start off with this dumbbell just to give you an idea. Now, I quite like to hold this weight in front to start off with, feet together. So this is the first modification, holding that weight in front, stepping back in control, get into position, draw that pelvis in so we've got a nice neutral spine. Then we're going to come down, knee just above the mat, and coming up. And we can actually just stay where we're at as long as we're feeling comfortable. And then we can come down and do a couple of repetitions like so. And one more time. Coming down and up, and then stepping forward. So that's the first modification, holding the weight out in front. Okay, another one I really like is holding the weight on one side. So you'll see just one weight on our left hand, nothing in our right hand. This is going to create a little bit of instability in the body. We're going to have to really work to try and stabilize. So again, we're stepping back. The weight is in the hand of the back foot. Okay, get into position, draw that pelvis in, and then we're going to come down, balance, and then coming up, coming down again, making sure that knee is in line with the toes, making sure the back is nice and neutral, and then up, and one more time, coming down, and up, stepping forward. Okay, the third modification is we're going to hold the weight overhead. So again, you might have to just bring down the weight in this one because it adds another level of difficulty. We're going to hold that weight. We're going to have the arm as close to the ear as possible throughout the whole move. So again, starting off in this position, stepping back in control, draw that pelvis in, make sure that back leg is in extension. We're going to come down, knee just above the mat, then up. We're going to come down, knee just above the mat, and coming up. And one last time, down and up. Stepping forward and bringing that weight down. So there's three really good modifications for you to try out. There is just one more modification I'd like you to introduce to you today. So we're going to add a little bit of rotation into this next one. So we're going to hold the weight out in front. And again, we're going to start off and you'll notice I want you to really focus on getting in a good position before we go down. Slow down the motion. When we're ready, we're stepping back, get into position, draw that pelvis in. We're going to come down and we're going to slowly rotate to the left, back to the middle, and rotate to the right, and back to the middle, then coming up. So we'll do that again. So get into position, draw that pelvis in, nice neutral spine. We're going to come down, we're rotating to the left, and we're coming back to the middle, and we're rotating to the right, and back to the middle, up, and stepping forward. Okay, so that's with the dumbbell. I just want to show you how to hold the kettlebell in all of those positions. So first of all, we can hold the kettlebell out in front like so. We're going to keep the feet together, squeeze the armpits. We're going to step back, and we're going to get into position first. So draw that pelvis in, that right leg into extension, and we're going to come down, knee just above the mat, and up. Keep control of that pelvis, down and up. And one last time, down and up. Stepping forward. Fantastic. So now we're going to have that kettlebell in the right hand, because we're going to be stepping back with that right foot. So get into position first, draw that pelvis in, nice and tight through the abdomen. We're going to step back. Again, make sure we're in good position, draw that pelvis in. We're going to come down, holding the weight on our right hand side, up, coming down and up, and one last time, down and up, stepping forward. Good work. And then with the kettlebell, we can start off with it resting on the forearm. I'm going to bring it up overhead, line the feet up, draw that pelvis in, step back, get that back leg into extension. We're going to come down just above the mat and up, coming down just above the mat and up, coming down and up, and stepping forward. Okay, and then that fourth modification with the rotation, we're going to hold that kettlebell nice and close to our chest. Get your breath back, feet together, and when we're ready, stepping back, get into position, draw that pelvis in, and we're going to come down. We're going to rotate to the right, come back into the middle, rotate to the left, back to the middle and up. Hold it there. Draw that pelvis in, just check your form. Okay, coming down, rotate to the right, coming back to the middle, rotating to the left, and coming back and up and stepping forward. Good work. And I just bring down that kettlebell. So there's a few different modifications there. Now I really emphasise to start off nice and light with the weight. Practice the movement. Once you're nice and happy with the movement, increase the weight slowly over the next coming weeks. So hope you enjoyed today's session. I look forward to seeing you on the mat tomorrow. Thank you very much.